Welcome to another, well, it's not really jam-packed, but it's another WrestleMania recap. Welcome back. Night 2 of WrestleMania 38, featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. And if you didn't hear me the first time, because I did not say it, this is Young Kings Wrestling, messing up my intro. This is what happens when my usual co-host is not here. But anyway, if you're listening on any of our platforms that streaming podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, whatever one you listen to, we appreciate you. But if you're on iTunes, leave us that 5-star review. Head to YKWrestling.com. Links to all the platforms and the merch are available there. And I said I was going to have an update about the merch. I don't know if I said it or not, but I might have. But we will, going forward, be taking custom orders for our Black Lives Matter t-shirts. So if you've seen those, you want one of those. If you're one of the lucky individuals, which if you check tomorrow on our Twitter page, we had a giveaway for WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes returned at WrestleMania. We was giving away a Black Lives Matter t-shirt because Cody Rhodes solved racism last May. He did. It happened. You can go check the archives on that. So he returned. And somebody's getting a free shirt. So if you haven't entered, just go follow us at YK Wrestling on Twitter. Retweet that tweet. And that's all you really got to do. So, but if you want to buy one, you can hit us up too. Either or. Donations. Matt knows. Matt has how many shirts did you buy? Matt bought 2. I think Katie bought 3. Oh, yeah.
I have 2 and Matt bought me 1.
Yeah. Matt and Katie are here again. So I'm going to introduce them. I'm not Reek. This is not what I do. So pardon me, because this isn't my thing, but I'm going to try my hardest. First, from the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the HWBIC, the Warden, Matt Ritter.
What's going on?
And from the She Leak Showcase. And she also hosts Inside the Mind and a bunch of other stuff. I can't really just name off the top of my head right now. This is Reek's client. Reek is her advocate. So I'm doing his job right now because he's not here. And I don't really know what else to really say, but introduce Katie Kinsey, baby. Matt Ritter, Katie Kinsey, baby. We're here. What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome. Thanks for joining me here.
I had no idea you guys were recording last night, or I would have been here last night too. I didn't know if you guys were doing one for each night, if you were doing the whole thing, because I am the resident pay-per-view guest host. Yes. So
I saved you for tonight for a specific reason. For our opening match tonight, I wanted you on here for that because you, like me, like mostly everybody else, we thought we were going to have new tag champions, and I wanted your opinion for that. But that wasn't the case. We'll get to that momentarily. But as we do every single episode on here, we watch wrestling all week long. And like we said last night, we weren't watching no wrestling today until WrestleMania started. We watched it all day long yesterday. However,
I was.
You were gone at a wedding, so you didn't see much of anything.
I did shit yesterday. I caught the end of Charlotte and Ronda and then all KO and Steve.
Yeah.
So I'd watch everything else today.
Matt, you didn't see Stand and Deliver live. What did you guys think of that? No. I know you caught up with Stand and Deliver earlier, Kate. What you guys' opinion on that show?
Matt?
Oh, I caught up on Stand and Deliver. I did kind of like Katie. I got in right for Gunther versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
And then watched the main event. Enjoyed the shit out of that. And then rewound it, but it only let me rewind to fucking Tommaso Ciampa versus Tony D. So I couldn't go back to the ladder match, which is where it started. So I still have not seen that yet. But everything I saw, I enjoyed. I mean, Mandy looked fantastic. The women's match was fun. Gunther and LA Knight was what you expected it to be. Dolph Ziggler retained, which I was not expecting. So that was a nice little twist there. Yeah, no, everything that I saw on that show was fun, except for the tag team match, which seems to be a trend this weekend. So, you know.
Yeah, you brought up like you could only rewind so far. That was the issue I was having with Mania, because after it ended last night, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try and just watch as much as I can right now. And it only let me go to like I don't even know what part of Cody and Seth. And like I couldn't go any further. So I had to wait for the replay, which took another like half hour. So I was still up, exhausted, just wanting to go to bed. But I was like, I gotta watch part of this for the love of God, because I didn't want to do it all today, because that's a lot of fucking wrestling.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Back at WrestleMania Backlash last year, I missed like the first half hour, and I couldn't rewind it back either. So I missed the network for that. They used to let you go back like 2 hours.
You used to be able to start the show, and it would say, "Would you like to start from the beginning?" And I'd be like, "Hell yes, let me do that." No. So can we get a peasant of the week for fucking Peacock?
Peacock, they've been peasant of the week before, but I'm not. This is different. This ain't like the last time. The last time it was kind of my fault too. I didn't know that they had different tiers, and that's why I got commercials. So ever since then, I paid the extra $5. So, like I seen people complaining yesterday, they didn't get to see Tommaso Ciampa and Triple H thing, and a lot of people was getting called broke because they was getting mad at Peacock.
But they like showed it again. Like
yeah, they showed it again later.
On the actual pay-per-view. They're like, in case you don't have Peacock Premium, whatever the fuck, here's what happened.
If you would have paid Peacock the extra $5, you would have seen it as it happened, like me.
Yeah.
People
are fucking dumb. I'm so over
people complain about everything. I'm over it. But hey, shout out to Triple H. So let's talk about Mania. Night 2 of WrestleMania. And I was thinking, like, how are they going to top night 1? And they sure as hell did. First off, we got Triple H showing back up at WrestleMania again.
I don't know no Triple H, but this is all about the game.
Shout out to my boy. I was hyped for him. I always get hyped for Triple H, especially knowing now that we almost lost him. This was almost a Triple H tribute weekend. So always good to see him in person, in the flesh. Living, breathing, welcomed us to WrestleMania. He kept it short. I want to see more of him, though. That's my boy. I know my boy.
No, I love that he got, I mean, it wasn't a long segment, but he got to come out, leave his boots in the ring. I said in the group chat, I kind of wish that they had left the boots in the ring and made everyone wrestle around them. And if you knocked them over, you'd get fired. That would have been great for that tag team match that we saw right after this. Because I know exactly who would have tripped over those boots and he would have been gone, but that's neither here nor there. No, it was cool. Like it got taken away from him. He didn't, it wasn't something he decided, which is sad. Like he had to be told you can't do this anymore. So to be able to go out at WrestleMania, leave his boots in the ring and make that retirement official and still have his moment, like good for him. I'm happy for him.
Same, man. Always pop for Triple H.
Hell yeah.
Especially now. But before we get into these matches, I just want to forewarn y'all and everybody else listening. I got a lot of A+ grades on this show because I took a lot of liberties with some of these. We can just call this A+omania because there's really like 2 matches that did not get an A+ or an A. So
don't worry, I'll balance it out.
Let's just start with that. You gave the first match an F, RK Bro, defeating
right off the
Profits and Alpha Academy because you're a hater for the Raw tag
100%.
titles.
Damn straight.
I mean, the wrong team won. Match wasn't bad though. Top 1 RKO is not from Randy Orton. It's from Matt Riddle. We gotta accept that.
I wouldn't say top 1. I can say top 5. I'm not saying the best one. The best one still goes to Evan Bourne / Matt Sydal. That's still the best one.
Randy Orton never hit a springboard RKO in his life.
I still put the Seth Rollins one above it too.
Yeah.
Where y'all rate the Chad Gable one from like a month ago?
That one's, I don't know. I feel like I had a list in my head of like what my top 5 were, but now I don't remember. I think that one's definitely in there, like top 5 for sure.
Yeah, probably.
There's one he did on Rey Mysterio at the Royal Rumble. I can't remember which Rumble it was, but like Rey jumped into the ring and Randy just caught him. So like
You were
that's up
talking
there.
about that, but I can't remember that happening at all.
I gotta find which Rumble it was. So I'm burnt out from wrestling, but I will find out.
In a few weeks. Give it a few
Yeah.
weeks.
Facts. But yeah, the wrong team won. But I'm still the match. It was good. Like everybody got their shit in. Like there was a few moments I thought the Street Profits were about to take it because that was my pick, and I got excited, early on. But I'm gonna give this an A just for the ring work. I could have gave it an A+ if the Profits won. It would have been an additional A+ on my list. Afterwards, Street Profits, I'm thinking they about to turn heel. They get in the ring with the solo cups. They pour out for the champs. And they call Gable Steveson and he's sitting ringside. And they say, hey, we all wrestle for the same brand. Let's get in here. Let's celebrate. It's WrestleMania. We got the gold medalist in here, the 2-time NCAA champion in here. He comes in and Chad Gable swaps his cup away. So Gable Stevenson's like, oh, we're going to have a Gable off? Let's go. And body slam my boy. Yeah, my boy Gabe Steveson needs some work. Send him down to the Performance Center. Take some acting classes or something. My man has the charisma of a cardboard box. Like, if you take a manila folder with some scribbles over it and put it next to Gable Steveson, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Light-skinned niggas have terrible tattoos. It's the truth. What do you guys think of this match, though? I talked a lot.
F, you said it.
Outside of who won, what did you think about the ring work?
I'm getting into this.
Let's give props to the other people.
I agree with you. It would have gotten an A had anyone won but them. I'll put it that way. Anyone but RK Bro. The ending, like this is not how I would have started WrestleMania Night 2. The whole Gable Steveson thing didn't do it for me. The winners obviously didn't do it for me. I would have loved to see Street Profits. I would have loved to see Street Profits turn at the end, and we didn't get that either. Like I was hoping for a kind of Stone Cold moment where they share their drink and then they, start whooping their ass. Like, was not a fan.
Yeah, like I'm just giving this just a solid A because I definitely don't think RK Bro should have won.
Nah.
I also had Profits winning, and Profits definitely should have turned. Like a lot of it just didn't make sense. Like you only have 3 to 4 tag teams on Raw. How are they, and you have one heel team? That don't make sense. Like you gotta have another one. Like we gotta balance this shit out here. And the Gable thing, I wasn't a fan. Yeah, well, we don't know when he's officially debuting, so hopefully they are taking time to fucking work with him because he was doing nothing. Like my guy, that ain't it.
Yeah, like myself, Gable Steveson graduating in a few months. So that's how I plug my graduation in here. Shout out to me. Congratulations. TC.
Congratulations.
Shout out to
TC.
you.
Thank you.
Why is RK Bro still a thing with that degree you're about to get? Explain that to me. Why does that still exist? Why is it not over yet?
My degree is in fine art, so I can't even tell you, bro.
You're right, because this is not fine art. That is damn for sure. Anyway.
Next match. We got the first ever L for Nick Zilla, Omos, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty.
Big black nigga.
Took him down for the first time ever. And this one, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Omos is still a little green around the edges, but Bobby Lashley made him look good. Suplex a big 7'2", 400-something pound person. That's an amazing visual. Which it was dope. Yeah, I'm gonna just give it a C. It wasn't nothing special, but it was good. It was cool. What did y'all think?
Go ahead, Katie.
Yeah, like I'm plain C. Like I love Bobby Lashley. Like I got to see him come back last week at Raw. So like that was cool. But I'm not feeling Omos at all. And I'm still just a little bitter that we didn't get a US title match or the Intercontinental title match on Mania at all, but Omos got a one-off with Bobby Lashley. So I'm a little fucking salty about that. But I do love the Almighty, so that's why I didn't bump it down lower, but I'm just gonna give it a C.
I'm giving it a B for Bobby. Omos should be used as an attraction. That's not something we need to see every week on Raw. He could be doing some stuff down the Performance Center. Like you said, he's a little green. So I was happy that Bobby got the win here because it's going to do more for Bobby than it is Omos. We need to reheat some of these guys up after taking those L's, losing to Brock, losing to Big E, all these things, because we need somebody for Roman now. So Bobby coming back as a babyface, beating a monster like Omos. By the way, Reek had me dying with that tweet. So
Dude,
down goes Nickzilla.
The best part of the whole thing for me though was everyone in my house trying to figure out how tall Omos's mom was. Like they were like, you know, she's just like 5'2", like, and push this big ass motherfucker out. Like, so they were on his Instagram page. Apparently he was 6'4" at like 12 years old.
Yeah, I believe
shit
it.
like that, trying to figure it out. We figure she's about 5'9", 5'10".
A 6'4", 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking scared.
Can you imagine, like, and this is how it used to go. Like, will you play a team, or like you playing a sport and you go see the other kids on the other team and you ain't never seen them before and you like, fuck.
Yep.
That's Omos. You know he played basketball, so like imagine being on the other basketball team, having to play his team in middle school.
No, I walk in, I see him, I leave. I'll be like, we throwing. I'm leaving.
Be like, Coach, I'm sick. I can't play.
Twisting my ankle.
Grown ass man. Like I'm not guarding the center. Ain't doing it.
Nah. Shout out to Omos though. It was dope. I like seeing brothers on here. I think if I'm not mistaken, this was the first ever one-on-one match between two black people at WrestleMania. So
it's history right there. You understand?
Shout out for that.
Well, Sasha and Bianca, or
two black men.
Oh, okay. You said.
Y'all say people?
Yeah, I think you said people. I was like,
two black men. Yeah.
I don't know. My history of WrestleMania is fucking trash, so I wouldn't even know.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of that.
What did Bobby face last year?
Drew.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
More than likely.
Yeah, big shout out to Lashley. Yeah, him back up. If you need somebody to win Money in the Bank, there you go.
Be down to see that live.
Yeah, I need that. I got the shirt and everything, so we already ready.
There you go. You're prepared this time.
Yeah, I'm prepared for sure. Next match here, and this is my first A+ of the night. Anything goes. Johnny Knoxville defeating Sami Zayn, and if you missed this match, if you missed it live, or if you just haven't seen it yet, if you haven't seen the whole thing, I commend you to go back and watch it. We had tasers, we had bowling balls, we had big ass hands and big ass mouse traps. We had mouse trap tables. We had Wee Man suplexing wrestlers. Yes. Only thing that was missing was Steve-O. It could have got another plus. Could have got another plus. I love this match, man. I said it was going to steal the show. It for sure stole the show, at least for that time. For about an hour or so, it stole the show. It was amazing. It was great work. What did y'all think of this match?
Matt.
Oh, okay. I was not hyped for this match going into it because I was not a huge Jackass fan, but this match was fun as shit. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm not going to lie. Johnny Knoxville looked like an idiot in that his wrestling attire, same way he did at Royal Rumble. All of this was fun. They did a great job hiding the giant hand, so we didn't see it coming to get the crowd at home because, you know, everyone in the crowd already saw it, knew it was coming. Wee Man coming out, like I popped for that big because literally right before that happened, when he shoved Chris Pontius underneath the ring, I'm like, I need Wee Man to come out and just start whooping on Sammy. And he did. He came right out from under the ring, started whooping on him. Chris stripped down to his signature underwear and got all up on Sammy, just dry humping him in the corner. Had me dying. I was laughing. It was fun. And that was the one thing I said about last night was sometimes this shit's just gotta be fun and you gotta love it for being fun. and that's exactly what this was. So
WrestleMania.
A+ as well. Yeah, A+ as well.
Oh, it's 100% getting an A+. I loved Jackass growing up. Like I
A
probably shouldn't have
few
watched
moments
it
later.
so young,
Technical
but
difficulties, but we
seeing
back.
Chris Pontius
We
do
talking about
Party
Triple H,
Boy,
right?
which I was in tears
Favorite
like the
Triple H
entire match. I
moment,
was laughing my
underrated
fucking
moment,
ass off.
tough enough,
That's how much
went on there,
fun I
talk
had
your
watching
shit.
this.
Yeah, you get
Like everything about it, like you were saying, TC, like if Steve-O showed up, even more pluses. I fucking love Steve-O. But it was just good. It was a fun ass time. And people who don't enjoy it, fuck off. Try and enjoy some fun every once in a while. But no, I'm giving this an A+. Yeah, Alka-Seltzer, you dumb fuck. A+.
Yeah, man, listen. The first main event in WrestleMania history contained a celebrity. So 40 years go by and y'all still complaining about celebrities at WrestleMania. Get a grip. Get a fucking grip.
Celebrities have kind of been pulling their weight the past few WrestleManias.
Are you still complaining about what Bad Bunny did last year?
Bad Bunny fucking killed it.
Logan Paul even looked good yesterday. Johnny Knoxville looked amazing.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I didn't watch that match, so
it was solid for what it was. Like, you didn't really miss much, but it was cool.
I mean, I did pop for Ray and Dom popping out the floor. That shit popped me. I was really excited.
So shout out to the celebrities out here. It's not just like Snooki on the apron. Like more celebrities have been Floyd Mayweather at WrestleMania recently. So if they putting in the effort, you know what I mean? Why are we mad if they put in the effort to look good? Like these are professionals they're working with. Shout out to these celebrities. They don't have to do this. They don't have to fall on their ass for 20 minutes, for a couple hours, multiple times a week to get ready for WrestleMania. And then when the night, because they don't have to do that. But they do it because they're getting celebrities that love wrestling too. So like Logan Paul loves wrestling.
Bad Bunny literally moved to Florida for a few months to train.
Yeah, he moved himself to Florida because he has money like that. Because I mean, what other reason would somebody move to Florida? I don't know. But I digress. Let's stop complaining about the celebrities matches, because if they like this, and if they like the other celebrity match we had later on, you could have WrestleMania, every match be a celebrity match. I wouldn't complain if they're gonna be like this.
And it was still fun, even when like the props didn't work. Like they had the leg, and Johnny was trying to pull the thing and it wasn't kicking, so he had adjusted the mouse trap, and obviously the pin. Like it was so bad, it was good.
Yeah,
like come on.
It was entertainment. That's in the fucking name, people. Sports entertainment.
In the name of the company, it's right there.
Yeah. So fuck y'all.
Facts. Next match, and clearly look at my t-shirt. This is my favorite match of the night. Team Bad, Sasha Banks and Naomi defeat Natty and Shayna, Carmella and Zelina, and Liv and Rhea to win the women's tag team championship. So first off, I'm gonna give this an infinite amount of pluses. An A+++++++++++++++++ for Sasha Banks' first win at WrestleMania in 6 years. She's been at 6 years. 2016 was her first Mania, and this is her first match. We had a Mercedes pull up in a Ferrari. Love that. It was a great match too. Great spots. I don't know who produced this one, but TJ sounds about right, because TJ produced TJ and Molly Holly, I heard, produced Becky and Bianca last night. So assuming TJ and Molly Holly worked on this match, I can see it. It was
I know
really
TJ
good.
for sure, because a picture leaked of all of them in the ring with TJ. Molly Holly, I don't know, but TJ for sure.
Yeah, so big shout out to Sasha's first win at Mania. We got Black women's tag team champions for the first time ever in WWE, and the first time in wrestling period since Fire and Flavor, which is like early last year, I think. There's a whole weekend of Black girl magic too. Like we had Sharmell in the Hall of Fame, Aja Smith, first Black woman referee at WrestleMania. It was amazing. It was an amazing weekend for my sisters, and we went viral on Twitter because of it. So
yeah, you did.
Shout out to Black women, yo. What did y'all think of this match?
All right, so Katie, I got a question for you. What is one thing you know about Batman and Catwoman?
That they fucking?
So me and Reek have been correct about what's going on between Rhea and Liv this entire time.
Poor
And they
Bo
confirmed
Dallas.
it with their entrance. They confirmed it with this entrance. Bo ain't got nothing on Rhea. I'll tell you that right now. Bo's sitting in the corner watching. No,
Probably.
the entrances were fire. I said something in the group chat and then I corrected myself and I conceded because you are correct. This is her first Mania win. I said, I need Sasha to stop crying after every win she gets, but this was well-deserved. So I conceded that point. And as long as it's well-deserved, I'll continue to concede it. It was well-deserved against Bianca. It was well-deserved here for Sasha tonight. So first win in 6 WrestleManias. Really happy to see it. She's been busting her ass. I said this on Spit or Swallow. As far as the Black Girl Magic goes, we have seen Bianca put on possibly one of the best matches, the best match of the year last year at WrestleMania against Sasha. And then last night, arguably one of the best matches of both nights against Becky. There's a little bit of debate there, but for the most part, if she does Bayley and Charlotte in the next 4 years and beats all 4 of these women and puts on bangers, that's 4 for 4 with the 4 horsewomen. She is probably now definitely in ring the best woman on the roster. Like it is ridiculous what this woman has been doing. So shout out to her as well for everything she did last night and what we're going to see from her in the future, on top of the first ever all Black women's tag team champions. And what is this, Sasha's second or third tag team title run?
Third.
So yeah,
most all time. Not saying much, but it's the most all time.
Yeah. No, A+ between Rhea and Liv fucking and that win, A+.
Yeah. Did you give your point, Katie? I honestly, I can't remember. I'm so flustered by this Black Girl Magic that I just.
You're flustered by that. I'm flustered by Rhea Ripley because Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, man.
She can't be real. Like, there's no way. Listen, compose myself. A+ times whatever. This match was awesome. Entrances alone, fantastic. Team Bad getting the win, fuck yes. I knew Liv for Brutality wasn't going to win. Sasha and Naomi deserved this. That gives Naomi 3 Mania wins, so she's tied for second overall for most women's wins at Mania. Charlotte, of course, is beating her, but whatever. Rhea's fucking incredible. Her and Liv as Catwoman and Batman. Liv smacking her ass before she started the match. Love that little detail. Women pulling out in this match, like Zelina hitting moves and Corey simping on commentary. Like, it all worked. Like,
Zelina Vega hit a moonsault into the Scorpion Death Drop.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
like,
women's wrestling is all that.
Which
women's wrestling's fucking iconic.
is exactly what Sting botched on AEW. Just
doesn't
recently.
botch on AEW.
I know, but they tried to do that spot. Sting fell over. His life alert bracelet went off. Couldn't do it. They hit it tonight. And I love Sting.
But,
Shout out to old men botching.
yeah. But no, this was my match of the night because women in general, Rhea Ripley, Jesus Christ. I got to see that pin live. That's all I ever needed in my entire life.
Go get the strap.
But women. Yeah, literally. I don't even care. I simp hard. Specifically for Rhea Ripley.
I feel you. Rhea Ripley is something.
There's a few women, but Rhea's top list right now. 5 women to be exact. But
Nikita Lyons, if you're listening.
literally, please. She's one of those
need
5.
a Rhea Ripley Nikita Lyons pin-off. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, just put them in the elimination chamber,
Naomi,
both of them,
I'm sorry,
and just
Jimmy
have them
Uso.
go at it. Let Nikita hit the leg drop in the pin, and then Rhea could come in and fold someone over. They could just look at each other while they're doing it, like awkward eye contact, just staring at each other. I need it.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna switch it up and
Yeah, let's change topic.
shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's episode. If you don't know what SeatGeek is, it's a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They give you a score from 1 to 10, 0 to 10, 0 to 10. The best seats at a big bright green. The worst seats you can get, but they still affordable at red. And they so affordable, you can get even an additional $20 off your first purchase with the code YK Wrestling. Not any purchase, though. Your purchase has to be over $50 or more, which, depending on what event you're going to, you're likely going to go over $50. So if you go over $50, save 20 of those with the code YK Wrestling. And that's how we plug things on here before we move on to big matches. Indeed. Shout out to SeatGeek, man.
Shout out to SeatGeek.
Gotta see you.
Pat McAfee ain't the only one that got a SeatGeek sponsorship out here. Yes, sir. Our next match, and this is the one Matt's been waiting for. This is featuring my favorite wrestler when I was in high school. I got to see two of my favorite wrestlers in high school tonight, and they both won. Because Edge, he won. He beat AJ Styles, and I don't know. Depending on how people feel, this might be somebody's match of the night. I don't know. There's so many great matches tonight. I don't know which one was my match of the night, but this one was great. Like I said, this is A+ Mania because this is an A+ right here. I expected nothing less. I got to see a superplex onto the hardest part of the ring. Never seen that before, I don't think. Onto a 48-year-old man from a 45-year-old man. Defying the laws of age. Somebody was. Not everybody. Some people look their age tonight. But we did get afterwards. I think I called this like 3 minutes before it happened. I was like, Damian Priest is gonna come out there. That was just a guess that was thrown out there. I've just seen other people saying it like as a theory. There wasn't much heat to the theory, but they did it. I was kind of shocked. And we got a new partnership, the new ministry or the new brew, whatever you want to call it. But I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it. What do y'all think of this match and this partnership between Edge and Damian Priest?
Go ahead, Katie.
No, we'll save you for last. Now I am all about it. I saw people bitching that Priest came out and distracted AJ, and that's why AJ lost. First of all, the match itself was phenomenal, no pun intended. So why does it matter that Damian Priest was there? He didn't, and it also wasn't an interference. Someone coming out to ringside isn't an interference. So let's get that fucking straight real quick.
And my fault you weren't paying attention to your match.
Exactly. Like Damian Priest was just standing there. He didn't say a damn word. He didn't move. He was just there. So that's on Allen for getting fucking distracted. And I knew as soon as he was going for it, Edge was going to spear him out the air. That was good. And I'm all about Edge and Damian Priest because that means we can possibly get a Finn Balor AJ partnership out of this. So I'm about that, too sweet. Let's go. So A+++, because this definitely, it's not my match of the night, but that's top 3, probably top 4 for this fucking night.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Yesterday, my best friend got here and he asked me a question that I didn't have an answer to. And he said, who is your favorite wrestler in WWE right now? And I thought about it. And with this man, The Undertaker, retired, and this man, The Fiend, fired, Malachi Black, Aleister Black over in AEW, the men's division isn't really the reason I've been watching WWE. It's mostly been the women, and I love them all. I don't really have a favorite. And then tonight, definitely not that jackass. And I'm doing my best to be respectful and not say some wild shit. So anyway, the throne comes up on the stage with the fire. He's got that music, and I'm like, all right, this might be best entrance at Mania so far. Like, this is awesome. And then you look at what he's wearing, and it's an homage. It's a tribute to the man who retired, The Undertaker, a man who he wrestled at WrestleMania, who he had a great feud with. He's got the black and the purple. He's got the tights with the designs and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling this, Edge. All right, I'm feeling this. And then at the end, with this new faction forming, if you want to call it a new ministry, or like you said, the new brood, or whatever they end up dubbing it, but along the lines of these dark characters that I love that are so missing for me right now, because Finn's not doing the demon thing. Damian Priest, this may redeem that whole Damian inside thing that he was doing that got kind of cheesy there. Like, give it all to me. I am so excited. Now, looking at this, as of now, Edge is my favorite male wrestler in WWE. Like, this is everything that's been missing in my life that I'm finally getting back. So I'm A++ all for this. The match was a banger. Edge has always been amazing. AJ's always been amazing. We knew it was going to be good. Probably in ring, my favorite match of the night, hands down. Like, they did exactly what I knew they were going to go out and do, and they tore it down. And then I got a little bit extra for that part of my fandom that I've been missing. So that put it over the top for me.
Yeah.
Also AJ popping his shoulder back into place during the match. So
Listen.
props to that.
Listen, there were a couple dislocated shoulders on this show, and let me
A few.
listen. I dislocated my shoulder for the third time about 3 weeks ago. Yes, the third time. Listen, coincidentally, it was around the same time Tony Storm opened OnlyFans. Is not related, not correlated at all.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I couldn't do like simple things, right? The fact that these guys out here wrestling with dislocated shoulders, the fact that Finn Balor finished that match with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, I commend him because, yeah, I've done it 3 times to the same one.
I have to say, knowing that TC has a John Cena related injury is now my new favorite thing about WrestleMania weekend.
I have a John Cena related injury. All right,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You hurt yourself doing the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Okay. I'll let you have that one.
That's my one.
Yeah. Next match. I did not give this one a grade. Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeating the New Day. I didn't give it a grade because the match was supposed to go on last night and they got cut. And when your match gets cut and moved to another night, you're not going to get the same amount of time that you had. So the match kind of wasn't much of anything. But I will give it A+ for the New Day wearing Big E's gear, full gear. So that was dope. But the match, it was kind of whatever. It was like 3 minutes long. Couldn't really get into it. No grade. I expect a rematch on Friday.
Why the fuck can we put this on the pre-show? Like, you had a 2-hour pre-show. Why could we not have a match on the pre-show? I don't understand this. You could have given them all of their time, put it on the pre-show. I don't need to talk to TikTokers and NFL players and random people in Dallas that you walk up to about what they liked about night 1 of WrestleMania and what they're excited for. This is the New Day. Let them go out there and do their thing. This is Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Like, let them have their moment. Like, these guys have earned it. They deserve it. If it's a pre-show match, it's a pre-show match. I'd rather have a pre-show match than 3 minutes on the main card shoved in between 2 matches just because this is where we cut you a little bit of time.
I think what it was is the pre-show, they don't get like royalties for that. So like, I think just they were already booked on the main card. You might as well let them fight on the main card so they can get that paycheck they were expecting. But that's my only theory for that. But I thought they were going to do it on the pre-show, but I figure they wouldn't for that reason. So maybe it's a money thing. That's some politicking. Some guys are like, I'm not. Yeah, I was expecting to get paid more for that, bro. So,
do we think it was the Stone Cold match being decided on last minute, or the Cody Seth match that ran long that got them cut?
It was probably the Cody Seth thing, because I think the Stone Cold match was already gonna happen anyway. Because the way they had been building to it, it was kind of like they were hinting that he would wrestle, but without outright saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah, but I thought they would have had more time because the tag titles got cut short too. So, but I don't know. They had to make sure Stone Cold got out there right at 3 hours and 16 minutes, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, but you guys got any thoughts on this one?
There's not much to have thoughts on. The Big
Yeah.
E tribute was dope. Like the entrance for the New Day was dope. That was cool. Other than that, Sheamus. He kicked some motherfuckers in the face and got the win.
Shout
I
out
didn't
to
even
my
see
boy.
it. I literally walked out of the room to go grab something. And I came back and it was over. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
It was real quick. But shout out to my boy Butch. Butchamania. He got his first WrestleMania paycheck. That's cool.
Good.
Wrestle for 13 years and you get the biggest check you ever got. It has to feel amazing.
Wonder how much they pay you to stand ringside for 3 minutes at WrestleMania. Like how big that check actually is.
Hey, they worked.
And he got some licks in after the match.
He did.
So I don't know if that counts.
He got a couple in during the match too.
Yeah, he was like a rabid dog. They had to hold him back the entire time.
Sheamus couldn't even focus on his match because he had to contain Butch.
Yep.
I'm
for
not
3
mad.
minutes.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I said, I expect them to run this back on Friday and they get a little bit more time to do their thing. Hopefully. So next up, we got another quick Hall of Fame recap, which is really just Undertaker. They probably hit him up early this morning and was like, "Hey, Taker, you want to pop the crowd again tonight?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." He only brought 2 suits to Dallas, so he had to just wear the suit he wore on Friday. If you watching on YouTube, Matt got an urn over here. Is that an Undertaker urn? Or is that somebody's actual ashes? Okay, feel a little more comfortable now.
I didn't know.
I saw that.
I didn't know what that was. So
yeah,
but okay. Y'all here putting real dead bodies on you. Don't be doing that. Yeah, I'm kind of. Let's continue. Next match. This is a match.
I got my grandma on TV and shit.
Yeah, man. Next match. I was looking forward to this one. From Jump Street. Ever since it was announced. Pat McAfee, my boy, he follow us on Twitter at YK Wrestling. Go check us out. Pat McAfee defeating Austin Theory. And I'm gonna give this one a B+, maybe an A-. But yeah, we knew what Pat could do. We've seen him wrestle before. We saw him at War Games. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared. Where do we see Pat McAfee at, guys?
War Games, and then the singles match here with Adam Cole.
I just needed to do that. But yeah, War Games, and also he had a match versus Adam Cole. And I seen a tweet, and it said Pat McAfee about to show Adam Cole what he ran from. Yeah, shout out to him for that. The whole world knows how Pat McAfee is now. He's super crazy over. And the first person to call his own match at WrestleMania. Who's done that before? Anybody?
Not at WrestleMania, but I vaguely remember somebody who said they had better dreads than you doing something similar.
At WrestleMania, no, he did not.
No, not at WrestMania, but you know,
no, he did not.
he did
locks,
commentate his own whoop at or his own ass whooping.
Hold on, you gotta acknowledge locks, not dreads. Yeah, but yeah, him. If you don't know who I'm talking about, is Booker T. He called his own match in TNA, and Booker T told me 3 years ago. He said, "Yeah, you got about 20 years to catch up to me, dog." And so I took that personally. So I'm never cutting my hair.
That is my favorite story.
You want to challenge me like that? You're gonna challenge me for sure. But yeah, shout out to Pat McAfee, man. Dope match. After the match, though, we got a little bit of a unfortunate vindication for Dave Meltzer here, because Vince McMahon got in the ring and took his suit off and proceeded to beat Pat McAfee's ass in an official match. So Vince McMahon defeats Pat McAfee. And for the theatrics, I'm giving this another A+, because I never thought I'd see Vince McMahon wrestle again. And he got his first win at WrestleMania too. So shout out to him. Sasha Banks, Vince McMahon, very first wins at WrestleMania. That's history right there.
It's history right there. You understand?
This was fun. This was fun for me. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin making the save after the match. Stone Cold. Stunners for everybody, including Pat McAfee, including the absolute worst stunner in the history of Stone Cold Stunners, not just WrestleMania, but the history of Stone Cold Stunners. And you remember at WrestleMania 15 years ago, we had the worst stunner ever. And then like a couple years before that on Raw, it was the worst stunner ever. So these stunners just keep getting worse. I don't know how it's going to get worse than the one Vince took. But yeah, what do y'all think about this, man?
Go ahead, Katie.
Okay. Match for Theory and Pat B+. Pat's entrance A+. Listen, Pittsburgh boy, Pat McAfee's my dude. I love him. He's a fucking star. I still have Seven Nation Army just going on a loop in my fucking head. Have since the jump, which I wasn't expecting him to use anyways. So call me off guard. Great song. And yeah, like we've seen Pat in the ring before. He just oozes charisma. So I was so happy for this match. The fucking Vince Pat McAfee thing, I'm not even giving it a grade. I don't even fucking know. That Vince's like, stop it. Just stop it. The man wasn't doing anything. He was just running. I'm sorry, Pat was running into Vince. Vince was barely moving. So there's a lot not working. The stunner to Vince. I was there for the stunner to Trump. That was my WrestleMania. And that shit was terrible. This was pathetic. Like, Vince, you've been taking stunners how long now? You should know what's coming.
That one sip of the broken skull had him leaning.
Literally. Like, that was bad. But fucking shout out to Stone Cold. 2 nights in a row coming out stunning people. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm giving this an A+. And here's why. I've decided not to be a hypocrite. Every fiber of my being, after just telling everyone that sometimes shit just needs to be fun and you need to enjoy it, wants to bitch about the fact that Vince McMahon came out and wrestled like he was Hulk Hogan and how much I hated it. However, the match that Pat and Austin had for Pat being a celebrity and not being a trained working every week wrestler was damn good. This is the third time we've seen Pat in a match and we've seen what he can do. And him and Bad Bunny are 2 of the best celebrities to ever step in a ring and do it. If you want to still consider him a celebrity, even though he's part of the company. The fact that after 19 years and all of the tributes and everything that we saw prior to that 19 years and everything he did as GM, people have still not learned that no one has a drink in the ring with Stone Cold and doesn't get stunned.
Byron.
That these people keep Pat McAfee, Byron, Vince McMahon, who has received more drinking beer stunners than anyone I have ever seen, who has tried repeatedly to drink a beer with this man. And actually, I'd say Vince is probably the only one, because I think they did it at the end of WrestleMania 17 and he didn't catch a stunner. That's when Austin turned.
Yeah.
So maybe he thought Austin was turning again. I don't know what the deal was, but these people just being gullible. I would be too. I'd know it's coming just to catch a stunner from Stone Cold. I'm going in there. I'm drinking the beer. I'm closing my eyes and waiting for him to hit me with it. Absolutely loved it. Worst stunner, hands down. Vince folded like a piece of paper from a toe kick, like fell into the ropes. Stone Cold was trying to pick him up,
Like
could barely get him up, and then collapsed like he tore his quads again, going down to that stunner. Austin sat in his lap, Theory and Stone Cold, different situations though. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun seeing Stone Cold come out and do the Stone Cold shit again for night 2. The match was fun. Vince being Vince McMahon and showing us that he's still in better shape than me, even though he's like 89 years old.
Yeah, man.
Fun. Like, he took his shirt off and I'm like, God damn, I really should hit a gym. Jesus fucking
He's
Christ.
so jacked. It's not even fair. Like, why are you still so jacked? He sent a video to Pat McAfee of him like
1,000
squatting
pounds
1,000
squats,
pounds.
bruh.
1,000 pounds.
At 77 years old. I think he turned 77 this year.
How do you
Like,
squat 1,000 pounds but get blown over by fucking Stone Cold's breath? Like,
That's
Hey
true.
man, Stone Cold kick you hard though.
well, you do know Vince. Vince is gonna say, if you're gonna kick me, fucking kick me.
Kick
He
me,
did
goddamn
just
it,
like
yeah.
collapse. He looked like a doll you just threw on the ground.
And he almost fell through the ropes too. Goddamn. Old man stuff.
Oh, dude, I would have laughed my ass off if he fell through the fucking ropes.
This was your
I would've
last
been
time.
done.
Hopefully. Fun fact: Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. What? Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. WrestleMania 19 and again at WrestleMania 38, 19 years later. There's not much significance in that. I just wanted to say it.
Was that Vince McMahon's last wrestling match
It
at
wasn't.
19 or no?
He had like 7, 8 different pay-per-view matches after that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would have been poetic if they both had wrestled their last official match. Though it was probably both their last WrestleManias, right?
No, it was Vince wrestled Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania
yeah.
22 and then Bret Hart at WrestleMania 26.
Yeah, that's right.
We try and block those out.
No, Shawn Michaels match was amazing. I don't care. Nobody.
The Shawn one was good. Brett one.
Bret was, yeah, you got jumped by the Hart family. Cool.
Vince McMahon beat God. Like, ain't nobody else can say that.
Nobody ever in wrestling can say that. He has a win over God. He has 2 wins. He beat God at WrestleMania last year. Guys tried to shut his show down. He said no. So yeah, I knock on wood. I'm joking. Don't strike me down. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I was so expecting your feed to go out too as soon as you said it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't go too far like Reek. Reek was about to wish death on somebody yesterday. His internet cut out.
And now it was perfect timing too. We
What?
started to elaborate and then immediately was cut off.
It was so perfect. I thought I did something. I was like, what I do?
I told you that man's doing that, but no. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Let's move on to the main event now. In our main event, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in a winner-take-all championship unification for the WWE and Universal Champions. That is a long-ass tagline. They should have made that a little bit more concise during the build. That's a lot of stuff to say. But at the end of the day, you already know what it is. Bloodline, they don't lose. The tribal chief, the head of the table, and now he is the undisputed head of WWE. Y'all knew what was going to happen. Roman Reigns. Listen, Roman Reigns does not get anything less than an A+ from me. So we got another A+ to here. We had Tatiana Heyman showing his true colors, begging for Brock Lesnar to take him back. We all heard that. Shout out to your boy. Y'all think Roman popped his shoulder out for real?
No.
It didn't look like it because I saw my shoulder when it popped up.
Yeah.
It was down here by my elbow.
We were talking about that in the house. We were talking about that when he's talking to Paul, and Paul's like, "Get up, my tribal chief, please get up." And Roman's like, "It's out, it's out." Like, we were looking at his shoulder, and it did not look
right at it. It looked exactly the same.
Yeah, it looked like you saw Finn.
I was triggered. I'm telling you,
I
I got triggered. I'm telling you. Listen.
TC just sitting there like,
Start clutching it. Like,
bro, this happened to me like 3 weeks ago, bro. So like, I'm still a little fresh in my mind. Like, it wasn't cool, but Roman Reigns gets it done, and I was expecting somebody, but there's a certain somebody sent the tweet out like 20 minutes before the end of the match.
dick move, Dwayne.
Yeah, why'd you do that? You could have just stayed silent, bro.
yeah.
Hollywood next year. It's not in Hollywood, but that's what they gonna tell you.
Inglewood, isn't it?
Kind of like they tell you it's in Chicago and it's not in Chicago.
Like they tell you that it's in New York and it's in New Jersey.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys.
Well, I mean, I would say it was New York too, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What y'all think of this one?
I cannot roll with you on he just automatically gets A pluses. This match was fine.
Boom.
It was good. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Like they picked the right guy, the right person won. Clear Roman should have won. Roman did win.
Yeah.
It did not hit for me. I don't know if it was because it was the last match after, 2 nights of WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver and what the deal was, but something about this match just did not, like, it was fine, but it didn't. I was not hyped during this match. I was just like, okay, cool. Roman won. Sounds good. And then the music didn't hit and the thing went away. And then the Big E commercial came on and I was like, oh, okay. So we're not doing that. And I can't blame WWE because if I get myself hyped for something that they never said was going to happen, I can't be mad at them when it doesn't happen. And I realize that.
Yeah.
But that would have brought the rating up if they had given us, that if you smell, but no, we got nothing. So I was like, all right, cool. It was what it was. B minus.
I mean, I'm just giving it like a solid A. I mean, this is what, the 5th, 6th time Brock and Roman have gone face to face? Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they've had better ones. This one wasn't bad, but I feel like it could have. Yeah, like I feel like it could have been better. I wasn't. Paul is a gem. He's perfect. His facial expressions, him cowering in fear as soon as Brock starts coming towards him being a little thought, like you said, like it works. Paul is a perfect background character, I guess, for Roman's matches, but specifically for the Brock Roman feud. But I don't know. So, like, I was into the match and I really thought Brock was gonna make Roman tap with the Kimura lock, and I was like, oh shit, no. But the subtle touch of Paul pushing the rope to Roman, which Michael Cole said he didn't even notice at first. I was like, how do you not see a fucking hand in the corner? But okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it also was short. But I feel like maybe if it was a little longer and they put a little more into it, because like once the ref bump happened, I knew it wasn't going to last much longer. So I'm just going to give it a solid A, but it wasn't bad. And I'm still a little salty because Dwayne can't be tweeting shit like that.
Man, listen.
Like, stop.
Come on, Maui. What you doing?
I'm not gonna lie. I was more disappointed last night when the lights went out and people put up their cell phones, and a very small part of me
Thinking it was Bray.
thought it was gonna be Bray. I was like, oh, the Fireflies, and I'm like, I know it's not. And I'm telling myself, I'm like, I know it's not, but what if it is? And then I heard, there's not one royal family, whatever his bullshit ass music is. I'm like, all right, well, I'm done now. Okay, that killed that. All right, come on out, Homelander. Do you think?
Homelander?
Hey man, what's next for Roman? Like,
Drew?
Can't nobody stop him, man. There's Drew, there's Big Bob. But like, I mean, we're gonna burn one of those early. Like, we got a lot of events coming up. Like, this
I've been talking about this. The beautiful thing about WWE, and we all know this, and I feel like sometimes we forget it, is at any point in time, they can take anyone on the card anywhere, and with one match on a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown, make you want to see that person go for the title. We've seen it with Cesaro. We've seen it with Shinsuke. We've seen it with Kofi Kingston, who is just randomly running around wrestling tag teams, then hits a gauntlet match, and all of a sudden everyone's like, Kofi fucking Mania. Like, they can take anyone. They can take Ricochet. They can take anyone, put that person in the position.
Did it with Drew 3 years ago.
Exactly. And you're going to want to see the shit. Like, Jinder was champion. Like, they can do it. So whether it's Cody, whether it's Seth, like, anyone on that roster at any point is going to, with the right push, be the next guy or feel like it. So they got plenty of people. It's just how they go about it and who they choose. He'll probably run through Drew. I don't know if they're going to bring The Rock back. Does he show up at SummerSlam and challenge Roman to hold the title until Mania. Be like, if you want me, you stay champ till Mania, and then we'll talk at Mania. Like, does he hold it for a whole nother year? Like, I don't know.
Could do that.
The Rock, you can show up at Money in the Bank, do exactly that.
Win the Money in the Bank.
Oh my God,
Yo,
Dwayne with the briefcase.
Listen, son.
Oh God.
Oh,
I
The
want
TC
you
and I
to
are gonna be
hold on
wild
to
if
this
that
because
happens.
if we go into Money in the Bank
Oh
so he was
God.
about to
and
get
they have one pounced,
I thought they was about to reek you, man.
Yeah,
they were.
scared.
You froze for like
I'll
5
try it again.
seconds.
I will try it again. If we go into Money in the Bank and they've got one participant that is not announced going into that pay-per-view.
Oh. Don't get us excited like that. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
don't
there.
get my hopes up for that one, man. Because now I'm gonna be like Survivor Series all over again. I'm just be like, where he at? I'm gonna be
People
even
are
more
still giving me
disappointed.
shit because I bitched.
Yeah, man. I would like to say this. This might be a hot take, but I think this weekend was the peak of World Wrestling Entertainment. It don't get no better than this. I've never had as much fun consistently watching WWE for a 3-day period, going on 4 and 5. But the last 3 days, incredible. I think peak. Like you can't do it better than this. Like that was the whole point of the whole stupendous thing, which is they were trying to go all out, and they absolutely did. Like I said, I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think so.
there was a lot. Like I enjoyed night one for two specific. There was a lot of night one I didn't care about, but that's how I was last year. Last year I loved night one, and then I went to night two, and night two kind of felt like a letdown compared to night one. Not so much this night. Like I enjoyed night one and I enjoyed night two, and I really enjoyed the Hall of Fame. And I even told Vince this. I'm like, after listening to everyone, like I kind of have a renewed appreciation after this weekend for pro wrestling, for WWE specifically. Like it's kind of, I got those feels back of like, I just enjoy this shit and I'm having fun watching it. And it was a good weekend. It was a good weekend.
I enjoy seeing people that I never see talk about wrestling ever. They watch WrestleMania though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they don't watch the lick of wrestling all year, the beginning of April, the first weekend of April, they watching it. They make sure. So that just leaves, that's just a testament of how powerful WWE is. People won't miss Mania at all. And I'm trying to be there next year, man. I'm trying to get my bread up. So I can't wait. I'm very excited. If there's any chance of The Rock wrestling next year, lock me in a little cryogenic chamber and freeze me until next year. And give me like 2 weeks to get on my Austin Powers and piss everything out. I don't know. That might have fell flat for some of y'all. Austin Powers
TC is going to freeze, wake up, and when he wakes up, he's going to find out that the third-party agreement that WWE has now allowed them to make money outside of has extended to OnlyFans, and Nikita Lyons has been on OnlyFans for about 6 months at that point, and he is going to have a lot of catching up to do leading up to WrestleMania.
We're going to be separated again, dude.
Man.
Telling the future.
All right. Charles Xavier, calm down.
Why? Because I'm bald?
No, because you did this.
Oh, okay. Well,
don't do that.
Yeah, come on. Come on now.
Don't give me hope.
Yeah, you're not just giving you're giving a lot of people hope here. Disrespectful.
Come on, man. I might have to get a roaring sound bite on the Sovereign soundboard. Just
a lion's roar?
Yeah, just a lion's roar. It's just
a lioness roar, to be exact.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm gonna close the show out, man. This has been another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, episode 137. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, and if you listened to last night's show, go check that out. Night 1 recap, and then go listen to night 2 recap, and then go watch the show over again. Go watch my boy Cody Rhodes return. Go watch my girl Bianca Belair win another one. Go watch my other girl Sasha Banks win her first match at WrestleMania. And then my childhood is complete. It's over, basically. Vince McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Undertaker all officially closed the books on their career this weekend. And yeah, man.
Never
Feel a
say
little
never.
somber. Never say never. No, sit your old ass down. It's over. Unless you're doing some more boneyard type stuff, we good, fam.
I will watch that man wheel himself down that WrestleMania ramp in a wheelchair till the cows come home. I ain't done with the Undertaker till he's in the ground resting in peace.
So I think there's an Undertaker match that a lot of us seem to forget about, and I don't know if it was a match or not. Was it a match, him and John Cena?
Yeah, it was a match.
Yeah, it was a match.
Yeah, he can do stuff like that.
It was like it was like about 5 minutes, maybe less.
Yeah, that was the match that I used as a comparison when everyone was like, oh, well, Stone Cold hasn't wrestled and blah, 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 and it's not going to be good. I'm like, Stone Cold's not going to do anything that's not perfect. And all I need from him is John Cena Taker. All I need was 5 minutes. That. They gave me 15, 20. So
I have a actually less sexy comparison. The Rock and Eric Rowan is the one I always think of.
I forgot that match even happened.
That happened in Dallas too. So same stadium. Stone Cold and The Rock had their last matches in the same building. That's another fun fact. Trivia King. We here.
Jesus Christ.
Young Kings Wrestling. Plug your socials, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Hold on. You can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. The link tree in my bio will take you to all things She-Elite Showcase. Twitch.tv/She-Elite Showcase. Typically Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern time is when we record. YouTube's there. Go subscribe to that. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. If you want to listen to the shit we do. She leads the weekly recap we have. I have Inside the Mind of, where I interview people in the wrestling community. Matt's been on it. TC's been on it. TC is still the longest episode I've had. 2 hours long with his fucking conspiracies and shit. So if you want to hear that, go listen to those.
Dinosaurs were 3 feet tall.
You're a menace. That's what you are. And if you want to see more TC, him and Reek are on the latest episode of In the Crowd. We made it a little competition. Know your co-host, thanks to Matt. It was Matt's idea.
I beat him in that too.
By 1 point. And next, wins a win. And next I'm having Matt and Vince. So that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, Matt and Travis.
You got to be able to get Travis on the show.
Yeah, Travis doesn't do anything. Love Travis, but he's not around. Vince is. Plus, if I can bully Vince a little bit for trying to take Porn on Poppy from me, the one thing I want in life, I will.
Y'all should have a trivia competition for the name. And have Matt host it.
No, shit. I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. And we can try it for fun. Let's do it.
Speaking of Vince, you guys can follow me at my other side of ATTRIDDER on Twitter, only Twitter and Instagram, Smacking Raw Pod. I run the Twitter, Vince runs the Instagram. Newest episode of Spit or Swallow, where we cover night 1 of WrestleMania, is available now on YouTube. You can find that at The Creation World on Twitter and Instagram, THECREATIA World, or creationworld.com, or facebook.com/Creation World. Also facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw for all things Smacking It Raw podcast, the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
And I am the thespian TC Fontaine. You can follow me on Instagram at tc.fontaine. You can follow me on Twitter at TC Fontaine. You can follow Young Kings Wrestling at YK Wrestling everywhere except Instagram, because they are some hoes. And you can follow my photography at FOY Photos 702. I don't post a lot because I don't know. I haven't had a lot of inspiration for taking photos. I feel like I've exhausted everything I can do right now. But I might get back on my camera stuff next weekend. We will see. I might be back at some shows next weekend. So I might be having some photos to do. We'll see about that. But in the meantime, you can. What's up, man?
I have a real quick question. You said you're taking a little break from wrestling right after Tuesday till like Friday.
Yes.
Does that mean you're gonna have some time for something like, oh, I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street?
I mean, not really. I'm going to be honest with you because I still have a lot of Oscar movies to catch up on too. But I can add Nightmare to my watch list. I just have to find where they're at. I don't know where they're streaming at.
I'll look that up. You close out the show.
Yeah, there's a website I know I can go to, so I'll go check that out. But
yeah, come on now, he's slacking.
Do you know how many movies there are? And they probably
I watched them
all
I
over
know.
all these streaming services.
I watched them all, dude. I know.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, some of those movies weren't good. I'm not gonna pay $3 for it.
I am quite aware. I have a hookup, so I watch them all for free.
You got an HBO Max plug?
I actually do have my friend's HBO Max. She let me so I can watch Euphoria. So
Nice. I have a plug. My plug hasn't paid their bill in like 4 weeks. I've been out of the Lakers winning time.
Oh,
the only time I get to see the Lakers win in 2022 was on this television show, and I can't watch it. It's kind of disappointing a little bit. But
that's a little fucked up. So sorry.
Yeah, but we'll be back here next week with another
one.
Young Kings Wrestling. We out of here. Gone. Had to do it myself today.